ready for the beat to drop? 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Ha! Yeah, I see you, Poland. I see you. Yeah. Yo, Faith, take over on the beat, my man. Take over.
DEX SFX.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Yo, yo, yo.
And DJ Angelo.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Faith, I saw you for the first time a couple of years ago in Warsaw as no, not on the Hip Hop Challenge, with the Plan B.
Okay, yeah.
With Plan B and with his band, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a part of that band in regular states, in regular shows, as a regular member, maybe?
Yeah, I became a part of the band. I've been a part of the band for like 2 years, basically. I've known Plan B for a while, like just through like mutual friends and just bumping into each other at gigs, and just contacted me and asked. Basically, it was just at first it was just small shows, and then radio performances, and then they went down really well. And he just asked if I was interested in joining the band and going on tour with them, and that's basically it, man. So yeah, I am a part of it. Part of the band, yes.
Okay, so you got the show with the BBC Orchestra, right?
That was...
How did that and part of Plan B band influence you as an artist, as a beatboxer, as an MC?
Well, the BBC Orchestra thing was something that happened like quite a few years ago. Yeah, that was a project. That was basically, it was like obviously the orchestra, and we had like grime MCs and artists, and they fused it together, and it was like a big concert and stuff. But it's, as far as influenced by being in the band and stuff, yeah, definitely. Like he's a big deal in the UK and around Europe and other countries and stuff. And I've got to do like massive festivals, big arenas and stuff, and it's like you get to see the process of how he works, like when he writes music and stuff like that. It's been a journey, man.
So what was the biggest crowd you ever did?
Well, we did like a Stone Roses gig not too long ago, like earlier in the summer. That was like apparently I think it was like 80,000 or something.
Wow.
In Glastonbury.
80.
Yeah, but then in Glastonbury they were saying that it was like 100 and something thousand at the main stage.
So this is nothing.
I'm not 100% sure. Like I don't know.
This gig is nothing to you as comparable.
No, that's all like all sorts of gigs, man. I like the small, intimate ones. I like, I do everything, man.
So how was the vibe today for you guys?
It was cool. I think I've always enjoyed playing in Poland. I think you guys have a pretty cool taste in music, and every time I've played here,
good taste in vodka.
Yeah, good taste in vodka too. And every time I've played here, I've pretty much been able to be free with how I want to play, which is not something that happens that often back home in England. So it's a cool place for me to play because you guys happen to like what I do, I think.
And you think what genres of music do Polish audience like more like a funky says, or more like UK grime and drum and bass and whatsoever?
I think from what I've seen from my own experiences, you guys are really, you're into hip hop quite a bit, and break beats, broken beat music, which can be anything from dubstep to drum and bass, and everything I like pretty much. So I think you guys just have a good taste. You're not
good appreciation.
Yeah, good appreciation for not just new music either, for older music, which is cool.
Okay. Maybe that's because you're a dope turntablist. Just for that. Do you guys prefer doing your shows solo or in groups, bands, and maybe in duo, because I've heard that this is the first time you really play as a duo tonight.
Yeah, I don't really like this guy, to be honest. Like, I think he's
Likewise.
Whack. I think he's whack, and like, this is probably going to be the last show we ever do.
Yeah, I quit. We're getting a divorce.
Even though we've got another booking in 2 days.
Yeah, we're getting a divorce after tonight.
No, man, I like doing everything. I like being in working like the band thing. That was the first sort of time for me working with a band, and it was a great experience. Working with Angelo is dope. It's just different elements, man. Like solo stuff obviously is dope as well. You've got full control to do what you want. You know what I mean? But it's different projects, man. You know, you have to experience different things, experiment with different projects. You know, you can't just stick to doing the same thing all the time. It just gets boring.
Yeah. I think. Sorry, I was just going to say. I think it makes you a more rounded artist if you work with other people instead of just working on your own kind of influence. Because Face definitely made me think of other things, you know, in terms of music and performance and stuff. So we're still learning. You know, this is our first real show, so you know, it's kind of a good learning curve for both.
But you're happy with it?
Yeah, I am. You know,
Apart from his part of the show.
yeah.
I'm only joking.
No, I think I mean, he's a dope beatboxer, and individually we rock parties.
You yourself, man.
Thanks, bro.
He's a good beatboxer too, by the way.
See, he does love me, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me your snare.
Oh man,
I can show you my snare.
Uh-oh.
You know, it's like.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah.
You deflated a balloon.
Okay, about the beatboxing. Is it important nowadays to be a good singer, to be a beatboxer, because it's 2012 and things got changed from the 80s, right?
Okay, I don't know. I might
To
get.
sing in the key.
I might get criticised for this, but fuck it.
Say
But
what you feel.
I don't. You know what? Like to be a beatboxer, no, you do not have to be able to sing. And there's plenty of beatboxers out there that can't sing and are great beatboxers. There's plenty of beatboxers that think they can sing and they sound terrible. But I think singing does help because it keeps you in tune, and I think being melodic and being in tune is very important. Just as an artist, man, it's like being in a studio, you can come up with melodies and, you know, lyrics and stuff like that. It does help, man. And like I do a lot of covers and stuff, and for people,
That's what I mean.
yeah. So for people,
Like Aloe Black for
Yeah, exactly, so-
I need Dollar or Bill Withers today.
exactly. So if you know, for people to recognise what you're doing, you know, you have to have some sort of tuning and, you know, melodic, you know, ability. But like I said, it doesn't mean you can't be a dope beatboxer just because you can't sing. It's just everyone has different styles. I happen to. I was singing from a very young age, so it was inevitable that I was going to incorporate that in, you know, in my beatboxing and
when was
shows. Oh man, I've been singing since a little kid, man.
Okay.
It's like,
And you
I don't
start
know,
beatboxing
before.
like a couple of years later, right?
Well, funny enough, I kind of sang and MC'd before I even began beatboxing. Beatboxing came about when I was like in secondary school, like high school.
17
I was like,
years old,
I was roughly
16?
I was about 15, 16 when I first kind of started.
And what was your influences like Bismarcky and Dougie Fresh, or what?
Not so Bismarcky more later, as I studied, you know, the art and stuff and found out about different artists. But the first kind of person that really, like, you know, got my attention was definitely Razel. He was the first like person that I was like, oh shit, like this guy's doing something new. Like you hear beatboxing, like basic stuff like in films and you know, it's like, oh, that's cool. But when you heard Razel for the first time, it was like, oh fuck. Like,
you heard that, you saw that video on it was on Woodstock with Roots, and it wasn't Razel, it was DJ Scratch with him for
Okay.
Woodstock 2001.
okay, I'm not sure. I know DJ Scratch is dope. He's sick. Yeah.
No,
I'm
just
sure.
asking because I saw it and I think, and I kind of get into the beatboxing for few days.
Yeah, no, you get caught
You
up
get
in
the
it, man.
book, I think. Yeah, I mean, I have a big appreciation for beatboxing too, and I sometimes think if I wasn't a DJ, I might have gone down that path.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
I support the scene fully. I'm really into it.
You've got a great videos on your website. I think it's one of the best on the web that I saw. For real, as a tutorials. I mean, in your sets that are also on your website, in your sets, in your routines, you use a lot of vinyl, exact records, not customs. What can you say about vinyl versus the Serato and Torque and all that digital stuff?
I think I will always love vinyl. You know, I'm from the era of vinyl, and yeah.
Are you a digger?
I'm a
consider.
I mean, I was digging a lot more back, you know, before digital formats came out, before Serato and things like that. But I think I'm grateful that I came up in the era of vinyl, because I don't think I would have developed the skills I have as a DJ if I hadn't trained how to play with vinyl, because it takes a very, you know, delicate hand and a lot of skill, and a lot of things can go wrong, you know, so you kind of learn how to have more finesse and be more careful and be more precise. And I think vinyl is the most unforgiving format to DJ with, you know. And the turntable is such a clumsy instrument to use. So many things can go wrong, you know. Even tonight I had a few problems. So and for that reason, you know, I think it deserves the respect and appreciation from the DJ community and people outside the DJ community, because it's such a difficult art form to learn.
Okay, about the your mashups and remixes and that stuff. You ever thought of being more like beat maker or remixer?
Yeah, I mean, I do remix and make beats at home when I have time, which is not very often. But in terms of releasing stuff, I'm being patient with what I do, and I don't want to put anything out until I'm happy with it. I'm quite a nerd about things. I'm a perfectionist, and plus the nature of what I do, I'm very sample based. You know, I chop up samples. You know, because that's what turntablists do. We take music that's already been made and we flip it and create something new with it. And I take that approach with production. So I can't always release some of the things I put together, because there's you know, other people's samples in there. So I tend to make my own edits for my live shows and maybe to share with some friends. But you know, I've got plans to get onto production properly. Hopefully 2013, maybe I can. Yeah.
All the best in there.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's that?
Yeah.
That's your shout out?
That's my shout out, man.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Yo. What's going on? This is DEX SFX. And you're listening to Hip Opera. Yeah! I chewing gum in my mouth.
Right, man.
Couldn't do no fucking sound.
Yeah, what's up? This is DJ Angelo, turntablist on tour. Big shout out from the UK to the people in Poland. Big up to the Up to Date Festival and to Hip Opera. Stay tuned, guys. Peace.
Thanks.
You know this shit? You know this shit? Who knows this? I need a dollar is what I need. Yo, let me hear you say ba ba da ba, ba ba da ba ba, yeah, ba ba da ba, hey, ba ba da ba ba. Sing along.
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Well, I need a dollar, that's what I need. Said I need a dollar, that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? Hey.